Yeah, so we're Forgeborne Games. This is Terminus Frontier. It's a game we're aiming to launch on Kickstarter at the end of this year. It's a sci-fi campaign game, cooperative for 1 to 4 players, where each player controls a drift hunter as a part of a squad. You're part of a militia at the beginning of the campaign, kind of patrolling the galaxy in the fringes of Terminus Frontier. It's kind of a lawless region where space pirates, cartels, and mega corporations are vying for power. So the game plays as a mix between Gloomhaven and a skirmish battle game like Kill Team. It's a squad-based game, so each player's got a hunter you control on the board. In this skirmish battle, you're fighting against space pirates. There's a squad of the yellow squad they're called Scrappers, and you just kind of jetpack down trying to take out the butcher who's trying to take out these colonists. So the game works on a skill card-based system. Each player has a deck of cards that's unique to their character. You draw 5 cards. These cards kind of dictate your actions for that round that you could choose from. So for example, this card, Rapid Fire, lets the Vanguard pay 1 action point, gain 1 threat, and perform 2 shoot actions, either Impulse or Burst. The game has a flexible weapon slot system, 2 weapon slots. The Vanguard starts with a pulse rifle and a mono sword. So if I did this action, it would let me shoot either in pulse or burst mode. So there's a selective fire system. Pulse lets me do 1 very accurate shot with over 1 ammo card. Now that would do 3 damage to the target. Now this deck has 7 cards in it. So if I did burst mode, I would be revealing 2 cards. So now I've done 5 damage, but I'm wasting 1 ammo because it's a 3-round burst. Not that accurate. Now I could also do full auto where I would add that damage, but then I'm burning 2 more. And as you'll see, I'm depleting my ammo deck. Now once this is depleted, I can't shoot my gun anymore. So I've got to do a reload action, which I would shuffle this up, make a new deck of cards. That costs 1 action. Players tend to like this ammo system. It's diceless combat. You can also do clever things like aim your deck. So that would let me peek at the top 2 cards. Now I like this result, but if I didn't, I would put these on the bottom. So now I've got kind of a bit of prediction on what my ammo deck is going to do. The second thing to know about this game is we have 3 main mission types. So skirmish, where it's squad versus squad. You might have different objectives, but those kind of play like the Kill Team type squad battles. We also have boss battles, where instead of fighting against a squad of guys, you're fighting against one really big boss who's so large, they have different hit locations. So every enemy in the game has a card like this, and there's multiple levels to them. This one is only 1, but it goes up to 4. Now there's different hit locations, as you can see here: the front, the left, the right, the rear. This guy has a weakness in the rear. If you attack from the back, he gets less armor. But the clever thing about this is you can target these locations if you're on that side, and as you do enough damage, you will break that location, revealing a weakness, so he will get less armor for the rest of the battle. So it's kind of, you have to strategize, try to figure out how to weaken this guy in order to do enough damage to him. There is an aggro system called Threat. So let me talk real quick. At the beginning of every round, the team will select squad positions using their tokens. So players will go on odd numbered slots, and enemies will go on even numbered slots driven by the AI cards. This particular one, this enemy Scrappers are going on 8 because you're getting a jump on them. And as you select a slot, you will gain Threat. Threat allows you to do some aggro management. Enemies will usually target the highest threat. In this mission, colonists start at 3, so you want to get higher threat than them if you want to protect them. Skill cards also increase your threat as you go along. And the last thing I want to talk about are the progression of the game. So you start off with these kind of basic weapons, but as you gain loot, you gain credits, you can buy additional weapons. There's a lot of weapons in this game. There are some really cool weapons you can get that upgrade your damage. So this Hyperfire pulse rifle has an additional ammo card and a flexible upgrade slot. Upgrade slots lets you buy additional ammo cards to customize how you want to build your gun. There are things like Soul Stealer Sword, Fusion Maw Gun, Disintegrator Pistol. The Witchfire Pistol makes enemies explode when you kill them, doing damage to guys around them. You can even have a Drill Fist. There's also armor slots in the game. So I mentioned there are 4 hit locations. You got 4 different hit health items. So if you are this guy, you only got 1 health on your head. So you may want to get yourself a helmet, because getting headshotted is not a good idea. The helmets upgrade your hand size, also your health. Some of them may give you passives, like this one allows you to take more smoke clouds, because there are smoke grenades in the game that ups your sight. Frag grenades, there's grenade launchers, shadow boots give you free movement. Yeah, there's a lot of equipment in this game, so you customize your character through weapons, armor, small gear slots, upgrading your skill deck. As you go through the campaign, you unlock new characters, so that would give you a new character board, a new skill deck, a new way to play. Each character has 3 skill trees. This particular character's got survival, shadow agent, and sharpshooter, and you can kind of decide how you want to build your character. Do you want to do a mix of skill trees? Do you want to go deep into one skill tree? As you unlock cards, you will add them to your skill deck. You can subtract cards from your deck, do some deck building in that area. The last cool thing we'll talk about are the trauma cards. So if you lose all your health and you go down to the X, your hand may break, your head may break. It's not good. You may get an arm fracture. So this is an arm trauma that goes into your deck. It's a persistent one that will go into your deck until you go to a med bay and get that healed out. You're going to be a bit damaged because that carries through the campaign. Severe traumas are not good. Those are chest traumas, and they usually mean you're out of action for the round, but if you get really lucky, you may be bleeding out, and then your ally can kind of revive you. So that's Terminus Frontier. I forgot to mention the 3rd type of mission, which is stealth. Enemies will walk around the map using patrol routes, so instead of trying to target you, they will walk around the map following a patrol route. Now, as you are playing the game, you're trying to go sneak through the mission, kind of like Metal Gear Solid style. Instead of trying to kill everybody, you're trying to get to the objective, try not to get detected by this guy. Inevitably, you've got to eliminate the patrols sneakily, because they've got a vision arc where they can see this way. And so you can sneak up behind them and try to take them out before they can see you. So that's the game. We're playing about 50 missions in the box. The core's path to finish the campaign is about 10, with a lot of side content, and you're not going to play all the missions in one go. Depends on which path you take, who you ally with, who you work against. That's Terminus Frontier. We're looking to launch at the end of the year on Kickstarter, and we're going to have 2 pledge levels. One is the standee tier in the low hundreds, and then the miniature tier around 200. So thanks for watching.
Yeah.